Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily.
And my name is Andrew.
And my Lego guitar has survived another week.
Yay!
It's a miracle. When you had Lego toys as a kid, did you actually play with them?
Yep.
Wow, I don't remember what I did with them. I think I just kind of set them up for a while and then I don't know.
Sets never made it that long before they were completely torn apart and just into the ether of the mega bin. But I'd have friends over and we would build stuff and do fake battles and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And, oh no, this laser's stronger because it's green. You only have an orange one.
I would think that you wouldn't let that slide.
That's when I would then punch them and push them down the stairs.
That's laser. That's color blasphemy.
Right.
Color
this armor is silver, therefore it's made of titanium and indestructible, because that's how titanium worked in my mind as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I know, right? There were rules. There were rules, and you had to follow them.
Yep.
There was a lot of yes-anding as a kid. When we were kids, we were a little bit better at improv. Because then you wouldn't want to play with a kid who was bad at improv, because then that kid wasn't fun. When the kid was like, no, but you have to yes and, or you're just not fun to play with.
Yep.
Yeah. This I feel like this is truth. It's true.
Not really prepared to go to childhood there for a moment, but that's fine.
Sorry. Does this mean I have to put away my pumpkin?
Dude, I'll tell you that story later. Never mind. It'll make sense. It's pumpkin related.
Okay. I had my last pumpkin spice latte that I had in my copper cow. So
nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My coffee life is just migrated from vanilla to chocolate, so that's exciting.
Chocolate lattes?
Not even.
Chocolate coffee? Vanilla coffee?
Protein coffee.
Oh, okay.
A couple scoops of protein, some scoops of soluble fiber, coffee, unsweetened almond milk, and shake it all together. And that's breakfast.
Huh. My breakfast is usually just a copper cow latte, which is a bit of a sugar rush. And then I have lunch. Today I will have lentil mulligatawny soup for lunch, and I'm very excited about it. We made a big batch. Well, I should say Rick made a big batch last night while I was working on demos. So, good man.
I'm probably going to have turkey and stuffing.
I didn't get any leftovers this year. I left too quickly.
Mm-hmm. Shame.
I was tired, man. Oh, gosh. I guess you can tell now that we are, I don't know. How do you still have Thanksgiving leftovers? It's December.
Should be rancid by now.
Yeah, we're doing two back to back. We're doing ourselves a little favor.
Slowing things down for the month of December on this end.
Yeah, my demo schedule is a little bananas. If you haven't noticed, I've been releasing quite a few videos a week, and I do want to apologize to Grant from Goodwood Audio for taking so long to release that lift demo. It is a really, really cool device, so check out that video. It's saving a lot of pedal board real estate, so I had to send the Milkman the amp in for just a little tune-up, and it just it's a busy time of year. It took a minute to get back to me, so had to wait for that to get returned, and then life happened really hard and fast. And
yep.
But Goodwood Audio has so much great stuff, so I just really want to shout out Goodwood. In fact, let me go to their website and see what kind of cool stuff they have right now. One thing I really like is they have that Audition, so you can try. It makes it really easy to try out new things on your pedal board.
Right. Junction
boxes. They make custom cables. They have accessories. They just have I think the coolest oh my word. What's the word for the type of pedal I'm talking about, Andrew?
Utility pedal?
Utility pedals. Thank you so much. Yes, the Audition is only $75, and it makes it really easy to try out new pedals on your board.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes. So that's something that I like a lot. Accessories and mods. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at the website. So many cool things. Part store, Junction. They have a lot of Junction boxes. Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh. I'm about
Some
to
good
get
stuff
really.
there.
Yeah.
I've been seeing. I've been going through Instagram, just looking at boards that Fox Cairo's been tagged in. Seeing a lot of Goodwood flat boards.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. A lot of Goodwood junction boxes and stuff. Seems pretty popular.
I can see why. A lot of really cool stuff. The interfacer. Engraved. Nice. That's fancy. I like that. I love a good engraved pedal. That's beautiful. Stereo sum or split sum. Master mute. Very cool. Dang. That's just that's some next level stuff that like I long to be that like fancy.
It's extra fancy.
It's so fancy. Maybe someday. They do pedal board setup consultations too. Oh, that'd be a great gift idea for somebody. Yeah.
Help talk someone through like pros and cons of different signal chains and how to lay it out.
Yeah.
What bits and bobs you might need to finish your rig.
Totally. I think that's awesome. All right. So yeah, lots of content. Lots of things have been filmed, lots of things to be filmed, perhaps even some lessons. Maybe I'll show you some guitar things. Let's see what let's see. Yeah, I might even have might show you some guitar songs coming up. I just have a lot of ideas. I want to get them out of my head and onto a video. Taking this stuff seriously. So busy.
Well, what else is new?
What else? Oh, gosh, I talked about so much.
What are the odds that there's going to be some stereo shenanigans happening?
Bassy ones? Low.
Oh.
Well, you're going to pick up that amp.
I can wait if it's helpful.
Dude, I don't know if I have time. If you can go without that amp until like mid to late month, there might be some like stereo bass shenanigans happening. So Andrew,
I can always just bring it back. It's not like I live far.
I mean, your definition of far is different than my definition of far. Like that, this is one of the funnier things to me about Andrew and I. We both live in the same city, and he's like, "You don't live far," and I'm like, "I think you live far."
25 minutes is not that far.
I see. That's a discouraging amount of driving for me. It's an extremely discouraging amount of driving for me.
Years of living in LA, it's like 30 minutes minimum to get anywhere, usually closer to 45 or an hour. It just, unless you live like a block over, just the amount of time spent in the car just skyrockets. And so that's what I've been used to. I think I've gotten less used to that. Yeah. I remember I went back pre-pandemic for NAMM, and I was thinking to myself, like, wow, like traffic is really bad here. Like it's taking forever to get places. I wasn't really prepared for this. In the back of my mind, I kind of knew like, well, yeah, you used to live here. You know full well what you should have expected. You've just been spoiled by Seattle. So comparatively, like 25 minutes each direction with relatively little chance of traffic. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than where I grew up, which was in rural Ohio, which was always like 20 minutes from something. instead of 20 minutes from everything, which is kind of where we are now. So, I mean, the thing is, like, I just never want to go back to that.
Right.
And, like, living in Nashville, like, I just hated I learned to hate traffic so much, and it's so much worse now than it was, that I just hate driving. Hey, Carrie. Nice to see you.
I actually kind of like driving. But
the only thing I like about driving is listening to music while driving.
Yep.
Or podcasts. When Rick and I were driving to Mazama, we listened to a lot of the Cocaine and Rhinestones podcast, which was really good. I really like how Tyler Mahan-Co got into a lot of details about the recording process. So that was very interesting. Something for everybody in that podcast.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know the Nashville number. I didn't know that we didn't really refer to chords as like 1, 4, 5 literally until the Nashville number system.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like the Nashville number system a lot.
Yeah.
Huge
I had
fan.
to learn that in college. Well, yeah. I mean, you had to officially learn it in college.
I learned it in college as well. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't pass studio production class without, like, learning it.
You had to learn it from my theory classes. Mm-hmm. The circle of fifths as well.
I didn't have to learn the circle of fifths. So we didn't have to learn theory. We just had to learn how to communicate in a studio setting. So the Nashville number system was essential to, like, communicating with actual working musicians. The circle of fifths is not.
I wouldn't hate going back to a community college and just to take a theory class again.
Yeah.
Like, I had the pressure of, like, this is going to impact my GPA. Mm-hmm. And I had a million other things going on, but there's just, maybe it's idyllic of me to think this, but maybe just, like, it'd be way more chill to go to community college and just take the class and not care about my grade. Just take it to learn.
There's, like, Coursera and stuff, but there's nothing like learning, like, from a human being.
Yep.
I've tried music theory a bunch of different ways, and I don't know if it's just, like, the way that's normally taught hasn't clicked with me yet. But I don't know. I live so close to a community college. Maybe I should look into those classes. I got my booster vaccine, though. Very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm supposed to in a couple of days as well.
Yeah.
Getting the firmware updated on my microchip.
Get that mod to that metal zone. That's
right.
Throwback. That was my favorite thing. Like, I don't like the conspiracy theories. Like, they're very dangerous about the vaccine, but that one of them is literally a metal zone schematic is the funniest thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Pretty good. I'm a fan.
So stupid. Learn online. Earn a certificate.
I'm getting my shot, like, on my way into work.
Audio engineering.
So hopefully I don't get, like, side effects. My second shot I got, I basically had, like, the flu for 24 hours. That's what it felt like.
Oh, this was nothing.
Cool.
It's a half dose. It was nothing for me. My brother-in-law said that 36 hours later he felt really bad, but it took a full 36 hours before he felt bad. For Rick, he got a bit of a headache or some head pressure.
Yep.
For me, I get headaches, so I don't know if it was related, but I took an ibuprofen before I went to bed. I had a bit of a sore arm. I didn't really have a headache or anything afterwards. Like, I got it in the afternoon. I took the ibuprofen, had a sore arm for like 24 hours, but like nothing major. Like, I just didn't want to sleep on that arm.
I just wish I had scheduled mine sooner. I didn't realize how quickly they had all, like, filled out. And so in order for me to get one that would kick in time before Christmas, I ended up having to schedule my appointment in Bothell. So I have to leave my house at like 7:30 in the morning, drive to Bothell.
Is it the drive-through clinic? We need to not talk about this right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's what we did. We'll talk about it later.
Yep.
We signed up for that. They had 1,000 appointments. Yeah, it was great.
Yep. No.
It was the only place. It was the only place that had appointments.
not looking forward to it. I'm just looking forward to getting it over with. If that makes sense.
Getting it over with is going to feel really good. Oh boy.
Check that off the to-do list.
Oh man, I got this app called Todoist, and I've just been checking things off my to-do list. It's kind of like Trello in that one of my view for Get Offset demos is to literally move things. I can move things over from my hopper, in progress, filmed, edited, scheduled / launch. And I can add like sub to-dos in there. So like filmed, like
maybe that's what I should move to, because I've been using physical sticky notes with like, if I'm not in my office, I'm not actually looking at what I'm working on.
Yeah.
And I used to use Trello for a day job, and maybe I guess I'd only really connected that with like day job corporate. Maybe I should give that a go for personal stuff.
Yeah, there's a free version. So I'm using that. It's color coded. So I have it like one for home stuff, one for my freelance stuff, and one for Get Offset. I mostly just use it for Get Offset, but to be able to add like home stuff as I think about it is kind of nice. So yeah, I'm looking at it right now and thinking,
yeah,
just dry heaving a little bit. No. Oh my God.
That could be helpful for me. I think one of the things I'm realizing is a limitation with the sticky notes and just the physical proximities. If I think of something while I'm out and about,
oh yeah,
I've got I just opened up a new Google Keep card.
Oh yeah, you can't keep to-do notes in 5 different places. Yeah,
it's like a couple times a week I'll just open up Google Keep. I'm like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm. That's been my problem, is that like I'll have an idea for a video and I just won't be able to write down anywhere. Yep. So, but here I can just be like, open my phone, add a to-do, because that's been the thing. Like Ryan Burke's been telling me for ages, you need to start doing more talking videos, and I'm like, oh okay, I'll just add that. There's guitar playing. Yeah. So there, I just added a new one. And like, yeah, that's going to be, hopefully it will change my shit. Fix my shit. Yeah.
Get those rubber duckies in a row.
Hopefully. Anything else new with you, dude?
Just excited to pick up that amp.
Yeah. And other things?
Yeah, honestly, the other things, like if I show up before those arrive, it's not like they're going in a guitar anytime soon, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to bring home the amp and just like bring the roof down.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you want to come by, it doesn't matter. If you want to come by today before they get here, that's fine. I have some other stuff coming in that package too. So just like, I got the roller string, retainers for my supersonic, because I think that helps a lot. I know Ryan Burke from 6 Cycle Hum, he just took his strings off of the string retainer.
The string tree?
The string tree?
Yeah.
What am I thinking of? Whatever. And that helped. But like last year, I just got the roller one, and that helped mine a lot. So I think it's about the strings getting caught in there. So I think the roller one is kind of what makes a big difference. Yep. So if you still, I don't think it's necessarily the break angle. I think it's just like the getting stuck.
Right.
Yeah. And then what else did I get? I probably got some more stupid stuff. Like I'm just like parts. Just give me parts.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's basically it. I have a lot of work, a lot of new things. Got a last week I demoed the RPSFX bit reactor, so check that one out. The Dogman devices go fly a kite. I did my stocking stuffer video, and I did the Pod Go wireless, which included some footage from the live show, the Sunday Crush show. I used it at. That was fun. Yeah. My Goodwood video, Hercules videos. Yeah.
Just one after the other other.
Oh my God. Yeah, model cycles, PreSonus, talking about Studio One. Some more. Got some tutorials coming up. Like, oh my gosh. I have so much scheduled, like, through, oh boy. I am double booked that day. La da da da. Oh my god. What have I done? What have I done? I might get a harmonica. Alright. What am I doing to myself? And why am I doing it?
Can't answer that for you. I think it's for the love of inclusive advertising.
Oh my god. This week's episode is sponsored by Caroline Guitar Company. Crumb. Was their Black Friday release. It was really cool. Did it sell out? Oh my god, I opened like 15 new tabs by accident just now.
I don't know if it's sold out. Let's...
Crumb. I think you could only find that link via the email. So. Crumb.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about... Oh, yep. All sold out for this run, and we're way behind on retailer orders as is, so we'll be sure to let you know when we make it happen.
Oh, did you see the Chase Bliss Black Friday sale email?
I did, yeah.
They did their first sale in like years.
Yep.
And it and then they're like, you have to be okay with not getting your pedal for 6 months.
Right.
Because they're so behind on retailer orders.
Yep. No, talking in terms of themes of what I've seen from the holiday sales is tons of blackout pedals.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Everybody did a blackout something this year. It's great. And then the other thing that I saw a lot of companies doing is email subscription only sales.
Smart.
Nothing on Instagram, just saying, hey, if you want to find out about the sale, you got to sign up.
Cool. Smart.
And a lot of people are leveraging that. And I'm like,
smart.
That was smart. Yeah.
That's what I tell people to do. I'm literally writing an article right now about how musicians should use their email list. And one of those things is you should send things just to the email list, including early access or only access to sales via the list. You should break news to your email list first. You should make them feel special because they're your super fans.
Yep. Yeah, I'm building out. I need to build out email list into Fox Cairo. I've been putting off for like a year now. But I need to build into the website, and I'm starting that. Planning on starting up a low key emailer in the new year. Nothing like not like every 2 days. Why haven't you bought one yet? But
or like why are you buy more pedal topper? Because nothing grinds my gears more. Like I had bought this awesome camera backpack. It's a backpack. It's a camera bag. It's freaking awesome. I love this thing so much. But I don't know how many backpacks this company thinks I need to buy. They email me every single day. They text me every week. So I finally unsubscribed. I'm like, you're what is wrong with you? Like, how many you are ruining your own list by thinking I'm interested in buying these all the damn time. Like, what's wrong?
I feel like once a month at most is what I want to see out of things.
Yeah, that's what I do for. I have a hot sauce client, and I'm like twice a month. Hot sauce,
absolute tops, and then it better be worthwhile reading and not just taking up space.
Yeah, recipes, new merch. Regionally targeted to, hey, did you know that you can find us in stores at your local Lowe's? You can find Secret Aardvark at Lowe's. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. New hot sauces. Cool stuff. Tasty stuff.
Yep. So that's what I've been seeing out of Black Friday sales and kind of just taking notes in the back of my head from all the companies that, do company things better than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to learn just from observation and Yeah, that's my takeaway.
Yeah. It's a good takeaway.
Yep.
Sweet Lord.
Yeah, it's the holiday season for small business owners. I'm feeling it already.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that was those are good ways to advertise that I've seen. Good ways to run a business. I also saw
some bad ways.
One particular bad way that had me just feeling like really icky feeling for a few days.
Yeah, I missed that because I was so busy that day that I just wasn't really on my phone. So Can you tell me about that?
I didn't see it till like the day after either.
Yeah.
But Walrus Audio, bless their hearts.
God, why are their ads always? They always make me angry.
They decided to release an ad, a new advert, and the gist of it was basically wife's like, oh yeah, like I got a present. It's like a small little box opens up. It's a guitar pick. Oh ha ha. And they go outside. There's an oversized bow on a guitar pedal, so it's playing off of a car ad. That's fine.
Uh-huh.
And then husband goes inside and he's just staring at it and going, hey, and like drooling over it. Normal things. I do the same thing when I get a guitar pedal. But then it like kind of like pans out like to the wife in the background going, looking kind of like annoyed, and then just like chugging straight from a bottle of wine, and then cut scene.
Why did they have to add that at the end?
It's like that last little, like, it was like, okay, it was like just kind of playing off of
until
wholesome the end. Family ads until the end. And it's like, yep, now you've just made it weird. That's I never really wanted to give this to you. And like, I'm annoyed by the fact that you like this. And I don't know.
Why did they have to make it weird? Like, that's actually kind of a funny ad until the very end. Like, your partner playing off of a car ad is a funny idea.
Yes.
But like the annoyed wife drinking straight from a bottle of wine at the end is a really tired stereotype and trope that's really overused in guitar advertising. And frankly, Walrus doesn't, especially Walrus, frankly, doesn't have the best track record.
Nope.
Gonna say it. I didn't like their Juliana. I was pretty vocal. I didn't like their Juliana missing women's ad, considering there's so many missing and murdered women, especially Indigenous women in the world.
Yep.
And that's just such a huge problem.
So I was disappointed to see it. And the weird thing for me is like usually those just hit me on like, okay, this is just dumb. And this was like, now I'm like thinking through like my childhood. Like I'm literally thinking of the guitar I have on the wall over there that my mom gave to my dad as a present. She like, it was a huge deal, but she was never really happy about it. And like, I don't exactly have a specific memory of her chugging wine, but I mean, that, sounds par for the course. Now that my parents are divorced and looking at that, I'm like, yeah, that legitimately sums up kind of some of my childhood experience. And I don't like that. That doesn't make me ever want to purchase anything. That makes me very turned off as a consumer.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking at that and I saw some comments were like laugh cry emojis, and some were from women that were laugh cry emojis. And then, Emily Hopkins, our friend, I think made a intelligent comment that was like, this is really tired. I don't like this. And they did say like they could have handled it better, but they didn't really say.
They said we could have done it differently.
I mean, yeah. But they didn't
that
really...
was kind of a flaccid response.
Which is, yeah.
So that had me incredibly disappointed. And immediately brought to mind kind of thoughts on like the Midriff podcast did an update to the Bechdel test.
Yeah, they have that guitar pedal, the guitar advertising Bechdel test.
Yep.
Yeah.
That ad failed. That test for sure. But yeah, that immediately brought to mind, that's a great resource. It's a good reminder to me as a small business owner that's looking at figuring out how to build out more advertising type content. It's like, yeah, I should just print that out and paste it to my freaking wall right here.
Let's talk about the Midriff podcast updated Bechdel test. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at it. Do you have it handy? I don't.
No, but I can.
Oh, I see Emily Hopkins. What makes something funny according to the benign violation theory? Is it benign and funny? Is it a violation not funny? And then funny is in the middle. What? Huh. I don't understand. Yeah. I also think that we can retire jokes about G-strings on the guitar. Saw that one lately. Oh, there we go. Music Gear Bechdel Test. It's been over a year since that was published on the Earthquaker Dev blog. She wanted to re-share it. I don't think it was a complete rehaul. Here's how it works. Okay. 1, there's a woman. 2, she is presented as a capable musician. 3, if she is presented with an instrument that has a traditionally feminine aesthetic, for example, pink with flowers or sparkles, etc., there is a companion ad featuring a woman with an instrument that is not traditionally feminine in aesthetic. 4, if she is presented sexually, it is on her own terms, and there is a companion ad featuring a woman who is not presented sexually. 5, if she is a woman of color, she is not presented using racial stereotypes. 6, if she is a trans woman, her identity and pronouns are respected. 7, all sexual or offensive social media comments about her are promptly and appropriately addressed or screenshotted, deleted. 8, as you can see, this is somewhat more detailed than the original Bechdel test to raise the bar a bit. Oh, so maybe it is updated. Yeah. Use women in your advertising and respect them. That's kind of the gist. I mean, it's a commercial. It was supposed to be funny, and it was funny until the end. And like, this also goes. The thing is, this also goes to like the alcoholism thing that we kind of talk about sometimes. The wine mommy.
Yeah.
There really is also that huge thing about just women are getting advertised. People are advertising alcohol to women a lot more than they used to.
Yep.
And alcoholism in women is increasing. And I don't always think that's funny either. And I'm probably just sensitive to it. And, that's me. And that's fine. Not everyone should be sensitive to the things to which I am sensitive to. But, you got to know that when you're doing something like that, there are people who are going to respond to it certain ways. And that you have to be okay with that as a brand. Like, you have to make that decision as a brand. Am I okay with alienating certain people when I make this kind of content? And you have to make you have to make that decision. And if you're doing it on accident, you have to, well, shit. So it's just a question of, do you know what you're doing or not? Do you know you're doing it? Do you know how it's going to be perceived? Do you care? And those are the questions I ask myself a lot, in terms of decisions that brands make when they make these kinds of decisions, because I have just straight up asked some brands these questions over the years. Like, do you care? This is how you're being perceived. And sometimes they have straight up said no to me. I asked one brand, like, do you realize that if this is how you continue to behave, or if this is the kind of community you continue to foster, that you're going to alienate potentially 50% of your consumer base? He said, no, I don't care. Which is mind-blowing to me. It feels like leaving money on leaving like pure morals out of it, just because I can't assume everybody has a soul. Leaving money on the table is a little bit more universal in business, and that just seems wild. And this was a big brand, and it wasn't Walrus. I will specify that was not Walrus that said that. But it was a big brand. You're talking about. Yeah, I know you do. We talked about it. But basically, I said, do you care that you're potentially alienating all women at the behest of maybe 10 to 5% of people who will be so upset that you don't let them talk this way about women anymore that they would not buy your pedals anymore? He said, yep. at the time. I think he's kind of changed his tune. But at the time he was like, yeah. I think now he's seen trend charts. He's changed his tune. So
trends are compelling.
Yeah, money talks.
Money does talk.
Money does talk.
It's a shame that it has to come to that, but hey, you know what? It's still better than no action.
You do have to watch the end of that video to see the part that's upsetting to anybody.
Yep.
It's a cute video. Like, it's a cute video until the end. It just bugs me. Like, why'd you have to do that? Why'd you take something that was
cut the last 2 seconds and it's a perfectly fine ad.
Yeah.
I would dare say it's a good ad.
Yeah. It's just, you know, I took what would have been my demo fee for like the videos I've done with Walrus, and I donated that money to murdered or missing Indigenous women. And I asked them to match that. And I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. So I highly recommend. I like that. That's a great organization to donate to. It's a huge problem. If you're looking for a Christmas present for me this year, donate to murdered and missing Indigenous women. Thanks.
Yep. It's an absolute bummer of a topic. It feels weird bringing it up, not just mostly because I hate the fact that it has, like, someone has to say something. Like, this shouldn't have to be a conversation. We should be able to just. Yep.
I don't know. I know it's a part of it completely different. It was part of a completely different campaign, so it feels stupid to bring it up, but still, I felt like that one was just. I don't know why that one bothered me so much. That one bothered me more.
Sure.
But yeah, this was just like, I'm watching this. I'm like, guys, come on, you're making it so hard.
It's just one of those things. You just look at somebody doing a decision. Like, what did you think was going to happen, guys?
I guess they thought it was funny. Like, I guess.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked Emily's comment. The end of this ad was too problematic for me. Can we please try to stop that, quote, man plays gear while wife is ignored drinking wine stereotype?
Yep.
Because
I think that's constructive. I think it's fair. I think it's someone had to say it.
Because Emily gets tons of shitty comments like, oh, I know Russ, like her boyfriend, is the one who actually gives a shit about the gear and you don't. Like, she gets tons of comments like that, and that's not dumb. True. It's just not.
Even if it was, why does it matter?
It doesn't, and it's not true. Right. And it's nobody's business.
There's also that.
Also, people are just jealous. It's the truth. She gets a lot of shitty comments, so I feel for her. It's such a stupid joke.
Yep.
And it seems like there were people who agreed with her. So.
I am one of them.
I agree. I'm going to.
So I would like to see more brands doing more inclusive advertising. I would like to be one of those brands doing more inclusive advertising.
Yeah. Because they have some really cool and stellar women on their roster of artists. Yep. Who I don't think would be super duper into that. And I'm actually surprised by some of them. Like,
makes me wonder what their partnership deal entails, because some partnership deals entail comments on our posts. They drive engagement.
Yeah, they can.
Makes me wonder.
Yeah.
Pure conjecture, but
makes me wonder if people watch to the end. That's a cute little box that the guitar pick came in. Little, like, yeah, very 90s. Yep. Damn, that is a big ass bow.
Yes.
Shit, that's a big bow. Huh. I'm just watching it again. All right. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, it's funny
It
without.
unravels the entire ad.
It could have been really wholesome and funny. Instead, it's really like a bummer.
Yep.
Why can't we just like make an ad or make it a stereotype that our spouses are allowed to enjoy our hobbies? Is this okay? It's just like weird. Is it just like, okay, I don't.
Part of me is like, can I just like write some ads and just not even with a product, just like write some ads that are just wholesome and just say, here's a framework for how you could build an ad. Everybody in the guitar industry, go for it. Please use this template. This is inclusive. This is helpful. Steal it.
Things can be wholesome and funny, and I'm just really sick of this idea that in heterosexual relationships, like, we can't have hobbies in common with our partners, or we can't have like joy for our partners enjoying their hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love that my husband has his own hobbies. I love that we can share hobbies. We have hobbies in common. I love that he respects and enjoys my hobbies, even though he doesn't like participate in them very actively all the time. Like, I don't want to go work on bicycles, but I love that he does. I don't want to go for like long ass walks or go running. I'm glad that he does. He doesn't want to film guitar gear. He doesn't really give a shit about gear particularly, but he's glad that I do.
Right.
Like, I am glad that there are things like with which he can fill his time and get fulfillment. Like, I am so glad that he has fulfillment in life and gets enjoyment in life in his free time. And he feels the same way about me. He's not bitching that I like go to band practice every week, or that I go down here and I make videos and I edit videos and I write or I read, or, and we do other things together that we share, and we like work to make sure that we can like share hobbies. Like, I go out of my way sometimes to like facilitate that there are hobbies that we can share and enjoy, and he's the same way. He'll come down and like ask me questions about what I'm doing and ask if he can help, and he'll help sometimes. Like, that's what a relationship is.
Yeah.
But I don't understand the idea or stereotype that like I feel like this is a lot more common in heterosexual relationships, that you can't enjoy each other's hobbies or just be happy that y'all have your own hobbies. Like, it feels like your together time is watching TV on the couch. Like, I don't understand. I literally don't.
No, I mean, those are the sorts of people who are like in church on a Sunday morning will be like, I don't understand why the divorce rate is so high, and then go home and pull shit like that. Like, well, then why do you think it is?
Why are you married if you don't like each other very much?
Right.
And it's like, I personally don't get it.
No.
Like, my parents had hobbies that they enjoyed together, and they're still married. And Rick and I have hobbies that we enjoy together, and we're very happily married. And, I just think it just grinds my gears a lot to see like younger people facilitating those stereotypes still, because it's so boomer-esque. The idea that like, I think that's what's especially grinding, because we've been told like, oh, that idea is like old, it's going to die out, and then you see like people our age doing it, people my age doing it.
Well, it's not just frustrating from a sense of like, this is what I would like to see. It's just also frustrating in the sense of like, this is literally damaging, and anybody with a therapy degree, therapy license will tell it. Like, if you go to a marriage and family therapist, those are the things that they will tell you. Hey, that is damaging. That is not healthy. You shouldn't be doing these things. So it's not just a matter of like this, oh, you don't have a sense of humor. Like, oh no, I also just understand how healthy relationships work. And like, that's not it.
Like, laughing at that kind of thing is damaging.
Laughing at it's damaging. Participating in it is damaging. Living it out is incredibly damaging. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real bummer, honestly. I really hate to see it. when people tell us, say, like, it's just a joke or whatever, the truth is it isn't. It isn't just a joke to a lot of people. When people make jokes about, like, finances and stuff, like lying to their spouse about, like, purchases, that's not funny. It's not, it might be just a joke to you, but the truth is, like, it's a real problem. And it's not, I think it's not a funny joke. Why, like, I don't understand why you think it's funny to joke about lying to your spouse about that. Yep. There are a lot of things in this world that are very funny. Why do you think that's funny? Why do you think why? I don't understand why the expense of the person you're supposed to love through better or worse, sickness and health, is ever funny. And truly, like, in any kind of way that would actually be damaging to them. Like, I can joke about Rick here and there. He does stuff that's funny. Like, he's a funny guy.
Sure.
I'm never going to joke about something that's
it's just a different level.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't get it. Like, there's a difference between gentle ribbing. Okay, I know we're into it too hard.
We're getting into dead horse territory. So
I'm sorry. Who's doing it right?
So I went to a fortune teller.
What? You?
And the fortune teller told me, looking into my future, that I was going to experience heartbreak in about 12 years. And I was like, no, that's devastating. So to comfort myself, I went out and got a puppy. And how's that for a transition?
My God, dude. Oh my God, dude. I was so worried about the cat.
Is she doing better now?
Yeah. Good. So we got back from Mazama, and she pooped outside of a litter box. Cat poop talk. And it's very unusual for her. So I'm like, oh my God. We booked a vet appointment, but just out of, like, curiosity. We use a subscription service called Kitty Poo Box, no affiliation code. I don't even have one if I wanted to give you one. So we had an extra one. So I'm like, well, let's just set one up in a second location upstairs near where she went.
Yep.
And she just started using it immediately. She just doesn't like where the original litter box is. After 4 years, this asshole
decided it's too much work.
Like it. It's kind of out in the open. I get it. It's near a window. I think I wonder if something happened while she was using, like, the original location, like
a crow landed on, like, near the window and stared or something.
Or, like, flew into the window, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, she's like, nope, no more. Nope.
Reminds me of my middle school where they took all the doors off the stalls and all the restrooms.
The school did, or a person
did? The school did, yeah.
Why?
Because people were doing pranks and stuff in the bathrooms, and they decided that enough was enough, and that would somehow resolve the issue.
Did it?
I don't remember. I was only at school for 3 months, and then I got pulled to be homeschooled because it was a really rough neighborhood.
Why would they think that would solve a problem?
I don't know.
Oh, I wasn't ever comfortable. Shy guys.
I wasn't comfortable pooping there.
Who would? I wouldn't be comfortable pooping there. Nobody would.
I don't blame Princess Carrie Fisher.
I don't blame her either. She'd been very much like dump and run. Like the signs were there that she wasn't, like, super comfortable with it. So now she's just, like, taking her time and covering up. Reading the newspaper.
Scrolling Instagram.
The newspaper. It's great. It's fine. Yeah. It resolved itself. She's obviously doing great. It's like every time I'm like, are you dying? And then I'm like, are you dying? Or are you just an asshole? And I've just always hoped that she's just an asshole. And she is. Good girl. I'm always just like, please just be an asshole. Please just be an asshole. It's kind of like when I had mono when I was like 25 and at 23 or something. I was like, I've never hoped so badly it was just strep throat. I've never been on team strep throat before, but when I was getting tested, I was like, please just be strep. Please just be strep. Nope, mono.
Well, speaking of pooping.
Oh boy. Bye.
Thank you for listening.
Subscribe, rate, review, like, comment, buy stuff. IGetOffsetPodcast.com/shop, including Andrew's shirt. And thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. Until next time, my name is Emily.
My name is Andrew.
Goodbye.
Bye.